Good morning, my dear students. In this class, I am going to discuss expression for electric field at a point on the equatorial line of a electric dipole. In the last class, we have discussed electric field due to the axial line. In this class, I am going to discuss electric field at a point on the equatorial line of an electric field. Here, equatorial line means vertical line passes through the midpoint of the electric dipole. Here, consider electric dipole. Consider electric dipole. This is electric dipole. Here, the minus q and plus q. These two charges separated by distance 2a. A vertical line passes through the midpoint of this axis. Vertical line passes through the midpoint of this axis and perpendicular to this line. Perpendicular to this line. This is called equatorial line. A line passing through the midpoint of the axial line and perpendicular to this axis is called equatorial line. Now, we have to find the electric field at a point on the equatorial line of a electric field. Equatorial line. At this line, this is the equatorial line. Here, at this line, equatorial line. Here, this is equatorial line. Electric field at this equatorial line, at this point, suppose if I consider this is the point P. At this point P, here, what amount of electric field is there? Here, due to negative charge and due to positive charge. Consider electric dipole of a dipole moment at this point P due to this equatorial line. Here, consider at this point P at a distance or from this midpoint O. The distance between these two charges is 2a. R is the distance from the midpoint O to electric field at a point P. Here, at this point, the electric field is there. Here, the electric field due to the positive charge is, electric field due to this positive charge is, according to the properties of electric field and electric field lines, the electric field due to this positive charge is moving in this direction. This is radially outwards, moving in this direction. But the electric field due to the negative charge is moving in this direction, that is radially inwards. The electric field due to the positive charge is move in this direction, that is radially outward, repel. Electric field due to the negative charge, that is radially inwards, in this direction. In this direction, according to the rectangular components of vector in the first PUC classes. In the chapter motion in a plane, already we have studied scalar quantity, vector quantity and resolution of vector. Here also the electric field E is resolved into two components along this direction and this direction. Electric field is resolved into two components. Here at this point the electric field is resolved into two components along this direction. This is electric field due to the positive charge in this direction, that is electric field due to the negative charge. Electric field due to the negative charge here, which makes a certain angle theta. When that electric field is resolved into two components, and that electric field is resolved into two components, and it is parallel to this axis. Electric field is produced parallel to this axis, that is added up. But when this perpendicular electric field is produced perpendicular to this axis, that is cancel each other. Here, the electric field at a P due to the positive and negative charge. Electric field at this point P due to the positive charge and negative charge. Here, electric field at P due to the positive charge. Electric field at P due to the positive charge. Here, due to this positive charge, this acts along BP in this direction. The electric field due to this positive charge acts along BP in this direction, that is E1. E1 is equal to 1 divided by 4 pi epsilon naught Q divided by here, from using the Pythagoras theorem, here r square plus a square, this distance is equal to, here BP is equal to PO. BP is equal to PO. Now this distance is equal to r square plus a square. E1 is equal to 1 divided by 4 pi epsilon naught Q divided by r square plus a square. This is equation number 1. This is acts along BP. This is radial outward electric field due to this positive charge. But the electric field due to the negative charge, that is also same. Electric field due to the negative charge, that is E2. E2 is equal to 1 divided by 4 pi epsilon naught Q divided by r square plus a square. This is equation number 2. This is along PA in this direction. Electric field due to the positive charge moving in this direction. Electric field due to the negative charge moving in this direction. Due to the positive charge is E1 is equal to 1 divided by 4 pi epsilon naught Q divided by r square plus a square. Electric field due to the negative charge, that is E2 is equal to 1 divided by 4 pi epsilon naught Q divided by r square plus a square. It is along PE. It is along PE. But here it is clear that due to the rectangular components of vector, the electric field is resolved into two components. Electric field is resolved into two components. Here the electric field is moving in this direction. Here, suppose if I consider this triangle AP and O. Consider this triangle AP and O. Here, from triangle AOP, here AP square is equal to AO square and OP square. For this triangle, AP square is equal to AO square and OP square. Here, AP square is equal to AO square. The distance between midpoint to this negative charge is A, and distance between midpoint to electric field at this point P is R. Substitute these values here. AO square plus OP square. AP square is equal to A square plus R square, or AP is equal to R square plus A square whole to the power of 1 by 2. Now we can write this here. A to P distance or B to P distance, that is R square plus A square whole to the power of 1 by 2, or root of R square plus A square. You know this value R and A, but from using this triangle method, from triangle AOP, you get this value AP is equal to R square plus A square whole to the power of 1 by 2. But here, the electric field is resolved into two components. When it is parallel to this axis, here this is dipole axis. When the electric field is parallel to the dipole axis, which makes a cosine angle, perpendicular to this axis, which makes a sine angle. Here, these two values are E sin theta and E sin theta, or E plus Q and E minus Q, or E1 sin theta and E2 sin theta. They are perpendicular to the equatorial line. These two electric field lines are perpendicular to the equatorial lines, so that these two values are cancel each other. But here, E1 cos theta and E2 cos theta, they are parallel to this axis, so that we can add these two values. That's why here we find cos theta value. Cos theta is equal to adjacent divided by hypotenuse. Here cos theta is equal to, that is AO. This is the adjacent side, AO, A value. Then A to P, that is R square plus A square whole to the power of 1 by 2. Then cos theta is equal to A divided by R square plus A square whole to the power of 1 by 2. But here, the net electric field or the resultant electric field at this point P is. But here, from equation number 1 and 2, it is clear that electric field due to the positive charge is equal to electric field due to the negative charge. Here, the charge is different. This is negative charge and this is positive charge. But here we have considered only the magnitude. These two charges produces equal electric field at this point. They are equal in strength but opposite in charge. That's why from equation number 1 and 2, it is clear that E1 is equal to E2. But the resultant electric field at this point P is. The resultant electric field at point P is here sin theta and sin theta, they are cancel each other. They are moving in opposite direction and perpendicular to that axis. But here cosine angles, they are parallel to the axis. That's why we add these two angles. Here E is equal to E1 cos theta plus E2 cos theta. E1 cos theta and E2 cos theta, you know these values, E1 and E2. Here sees electric field due to the positive charge and electric field due to the negative charge. Here, due to this positive charge, here is a certain angle theta. Due to this positive charge, electric field E plus Q, which makes a certain angle theta. Due to this negative charge, here this is the angle theta. Here, this angle is equal to this angle. Here, this theta value is equal to this theta, and this theta value is equal to this theta. Now, the resultant electric field at P is E is equal to E1 cos theta plus E2 cos theta. But here E1 is equal to E2. When you want to substitute, Et is equal to E1 cos theta plus E1 cos theta. Now the total electric field E is equal to 2E1 cos theta. And the resultant electric field at point P E is equal to 2. E1 value, E1 equal to E2, E1 is equal to value 1 divided by 4 pi epsilon Q divided by R square plus A square, or E2 value, that is also same, 1 divided by 4 pi epsilon Q divided by R square plus A square into cos theta. Here cos theta is equal to adjacent divided by hypotenuse, because sine angles will cancel each other. Here we have only adding these two components. This is E1 cos theta and this is E2 cos theta. Adding these two components because they are parallel to this axis. Here, this is E1 sin theta and E2 sin theta, they are cancel each other. When you are adding these two components, you get 2E1 cos theta, 1 divided by 4 pi epsilon Q divided by R plus A square, cos theta is equal to adjacent divided by hypotenuse. Here, in this diagram, for this triangle, here, adjacent side, A to O, that is A, here also A, and O to P, adjacent divided by hypotenuse. Sorry, A to P, this is the adjacent side. This angle is equal to here R square plus A square whole to the power of 1 by 2. You get cos theta, that is A divided by R square plus A square whole to the power of 1 by 2. But you know the dipole moment formula. Dipole moment means it is the product of strength of the either pole and dipole length. That is P is equal to Q into 2A, or P is equal to Q into 2L, or P is equal to Q into 2R. Here 2 into 1 divided by 4 pi epsilon Q divided by R square plus A square into A divided by R square plus A square whole to the power of 1 by 2. Here 2 into Q into A. It is in the form of dipole moment. Here take this value 1 divided by 4 pi epsilon Q into 2A R square plus A square into R square plus A square whole to the power of 1 by 2. Now this power becomes R square plus A square whole to the power of 3 by 2. Whole to the power of 3 by 2. But here Q into 2A, it is in the form of dipole moment. You get the equation E is equal to 1 divided by 4 pi epsilon into P divided by R square plus A square whole to the power of 3 by 2, which is the expression for electric field at a point on the equatorial line of an electric field. See the equatorial field due to the equatorial line or electric field at a point on an equatorial line due to the electric dipole. The equation is, the final equation is E is equal to 1 divided by 4 pi epsilon P divided by R square plus A square whole to the power of 3 by 2. Now I can write this equation in vector form. You get vector E is equal to minus 1 divided by 4 pi epsilon naught into P divided by R square plus A square whole to the power of 3 by 2 into unit vector P. Here the negative sign indicates this. The negative sign indicates the electric field is anti-parallel to the direction of dipole moment. Anti-parallel to the direction of dipole moment. Suppose the dipole moment is moving in this direction. The electric field is, it is in this side, is anti-parallel to the direction of the dipole moment. Here the unit vector P, this is unit vector P, this indicates it acts along the direction of dipole moment here, which is the expression for electric field at a point due to the equatorial line of a short electric dipole. But for short electric dipole, suppose the R is very greater than A. The R is very greater than A, then A can be neglected. A value becomes 0. Now you can write this equation here. In this equation, A can be neglected. You get E is equal to 1 divided by 4 pi epsilon naught P divided by R cube for a short electric dipole. For a short electric dipole, and the R is very greater than A, then the A can be neglected. A value becomes 0. Then this equation becomes E is equal to 1 divided by 4 pi epsilon naught P divided by R cube. But here, for a short electric dipole, now comparison between the short electric dipole for equatorial line and axial line. Here, the electric field due to the axial line for a short electric dipole, 1 divided by 4 pi epsilon naught 2p divided by R cube. The equation of the short electric dipole for axial line is 1 divided by 4 pi epsilon naught 2p divided by R cube. But for a short electric dipole due to the equatorial line, that is 1 divided by 4 pi epsilon naught p divided by R cube. Now compare these two equations. Compare these two equations. Here, the electric field due to the axial line is equal to 2 times of the equatorial line. 2 times of the equatorial line. Okay, thank you.